Good evening, everyone. This is StampinTammy here with my Tuesday tips with StampinTammy. Oftentimes, when I'm making cards, one of the things that I struggle with is which sentiment to use and how do I want to use it. Do I want a die cut? Do I want to use a punch? And it makes it, sometimes it makes it challenging for me. So I found a few things in the catalog that are pretty neat, I think. First of all, we have this fabulous message die. And this is a solid die. It one piece, it cuts all of these out. It coordinates with the many messages and the many happenings stamp sets. Tons of sentiments on here. All it takes is one stamp, and it is a solid stamp. This is one piece red rubber, and the same on this one piece red rubber to punch all of those out. Okay, so my tip is to use your Stamparatus if you have one. If you don't have one, then to take your ink pad to your stamp. The Stamparatus is going to be the easiest, so that if you need to re-ink, it doesn't move, and you've got the perfect positioning at all times. Stamp this up with or ink it up good with your ink, and then stamp it on your piece of paper. And then you use this die to cut it out. And when you put the die over the top of the words, it's pretty intimidating. But you've got 3 stars and a heart, and you line those up, and everything lines up perfectly. Now, a few tips when you're doing this: you want to make sure that you're not stamping too close to the top of your paper. Okay, I'll show you one that I did earlier today. I stamped really close to the top of my paper, and I almost, see how thin that is right there? Almost lost the top of that die cut. So make sure that you give yourself a little bit of room at the top, and hang on to 1 or 2 of these negatives. These are great for being able to see if you've got a sentiment that's not in the many messages or the many happenings stamp set. Other sentiments throughout the catalog will work with this die. So you just need to see if it's going to fit. Just take your stamp and lay it into one of the slots here to see if that's going to work. And with just 2 stampings and 2 runnings through the die cutting machine, I now have all of these sentiments ready to go. And all of these. They're pretty all-inclusive. There's encouragement, there's baby, awesome, to and from, Mr. and Mrs., bundle of joy, happily ever after, thank you for being my friend, a loss, friends forever, time to relax, congrats, hoping your day is full of love, laughter, and joy, another sympathy. Your kindness means more than you could ever imagine. That's very nice for those thank you cards. Thank you for being you. Wishing you a year of magical moments and wonderful memories. So that could be for Christmas. It could be for a birthday, special event, celebrations, encouragement. So some great sentiments in there. So my tips today are: 1, stamp up some sentiments ahead of time. Have them ready to go. You can store them in a variety of ways, from just putting them into a Ziploc bag or a small container. Or my husband has these great fishing tackle containers, and you can customize the sizing. So I may be using one of these, I'm not sure yet, to organize some of my sentiments. The other tip is to don't stop at just stamping sentiments. You can die cut all kinds of different labels and have some ahead of time. If you know that you like a particular die or a punch for your sentiments, go ahead and punch several of them or die cut several of them in your preferred cardstock and have them ready to go so that you speed up the process. So that's my little tip for today. Thank you for watching and for supporting me. I do appreciate everything that you do. If you are so inclined, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and it helps to get my videos out and grow my little tiny crafting business. If you don't have a demonstrator already, I would be happy to help and guide you along in any way that I can. Have a good evening and good night.